Hello! My name is Kallista, and welcome back to Immortality. In the last episode, we discovered that Sophia, the lady playing Antonia, may not have had the best time on the set of Ambrosio. Here we see her swearing at the director. She's having an emotional moment here where she actually ended up crying on set. Yet something definitely seems to be going on with Sophia. I'm not 100% sure what. I do hope that we find out. Now, I think for today, I want to focus on Robert. I think there'll be a lot of scenes with him. He is one of the main characters, after all. Oh, hello! Flippin' heck. Aye, okay.
30 Bravo, take one.
Nice and sweaty, please.
The heartbeat's back.
All right. And action. More desperate.
Oh,
Not at the camera. She can't look at the camera, John. It's modern. Fuck off with your modern. Marissa, look at the bed. Okay, Robert, you finish in 3, 2, 1. Stop looking at the camera. Okay. Quick reset here. Let's do it again. Now, don't encourage her.
okay, I'm not entirely sure how much of that I'm going to be able to show. I started owing there in the middle. The controller started vibrating. The controller started vibrating like mad. But yeah, I find that interesting. So someone is saying like, oh yeah, she should look at the camera. It's modern. And then Arthur Fisher coming like, no, stop it. Look at the bed. Do this. And Marissa seems to be going along with this other person. Marissa, like I said, they finished and she looked at the camera again. And there's Arthur saying, stop looking at the camera. Stop it. Stop encouraging her. Okay, you know what? I think I want to see. I think it'll probably be easier to go from here. Where this is, I'm so sorry. Oh, hello. Oh, what the who the hell are you? Okay, I've gone to the end.
Don't hold back. More. It's not enough.
What the fuck did I just watch? I'm gonna go back. Oh no, okay, maybe as quick as I can because hello. Okay, so wait, that's okay, so that is I'm just having a moment. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go back. Oh god, this is so awkward. This is so awkward. How did I do that? I have no idea. Okay, and then can I? Who are you? Oh, hello. No.
She was on an outing with...
So this is from, that says Zoe. No, it's 2. It's a number. It's a 2 of everything. Okay, so this is from all the way in 1999. I'm just favorite that. I've seen it. I don't know what to make of that. Okay, so overarching question of the game, what happened to Marissa Marcel? Then we have, other questions. Why is Sophia having such a bad time on set? And then, who is this lady? Who is this creepy lady who is shagging the cast members? Not only is she shagging the cast members, the concordance feature. We clicked on her and we got brought to Marissa in the future. That is... I'm just gonna leave that there. I'm gonna leave that there. And I'll come back to it later. And we're just gonna keep on exploring Ambrosio. That's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna keep on exploring.
You'll grieve.
More of you, please.
Nice job.
Go.
Nice job.
Okay, you two. Give me scene 16. From Ambrosios, you have sacrificed yourself.
You sacrificed yourself for me. Is there no remedy?
None that God would approve of. God demands a life, and to cross him is too steep a price.
If there is a way, live.
I'm still thinking about what I've just seen. That was so weird. Weird in a good way. I'm intrigued. Because she had barely any reaction. He's reacting, and she's just saying, like, more. It's not enough. Like, she's having barely any reaction. Could this be metaphorical? Like, this is... Maybe Marissa feels like she's being pimped out. Maybe she feels like she's being... Then again, just because someone is feeling something, that isn't going to affect the film. At least not in this way. I don't know what to make of that. For right now, I'm gonna say that was metaphorical. That it was, like, Marissa feels like she's being pimped out. We've got Arthur Fisher, who is being so incredibly inappropriate. He's treated her in such an inappropriate way, making, sexual jokes and just talking about sexual stuff with someone who very clearly is like, yeah, no thank you. I mean, my thought is that maybe Marissa didn't know what the role of Matilda intended or what it entailed. Because she said that she had an interest in art and the theatre, but this was her first time ever acting in a movie. I get maybe because there was something about she was spotted in a commercial, I believe, and that's kind of what led her to do all of this. So maybe because there is a very big difference between the theatre and a film set. There is an extreme difference. In my opinion, the theatre is it's a far more personal and intimate affair because you have real people. The audience is right there. If you fuck up, they're gonna see you fuck up. Whereas on a camera, you can fuck up an infinite amount of times as long as you've got the film for it. With the theatre, there is a much more intimate experience. But with film, it's so much less personal. And I wonder if maybe Marissa was feeling like okay, so I'm used to doing theatre, I'm used to an intimate experience, whereas this, it just feels cheap. It just feels cheap. There is no emotion to this. It is just cheap and tasteless, and it's not enough. It'll never be enough. Maybe I don't know what to make of that. I don't know what to make of that. Also, again, Robert being nice. Robert being nice. To circle back to this clip, she seemed really nervous to do the clipboard, and he was there like, oh, go on. And she clicked it, good job. And she's like, thanks. Like, Robert seems like kind of a stand-up guy, but again, he damn near choked a woman out on set. It seems like he went a bit too far, suffocating an actress, Diana, I believe her name was. Maybe that's what upset Sophia so much. It was after that Sophia started acting out on set. You know, she's swearing at the director, she's crying at one point. And we saw in one of the script reads that Sophia and Diana seemed to get along really well. So maybe that's what upset her. You know, Diana is, you know, maybe she was injured. And so now Sophia's like, well, if she could get injured, then I could get injured. They're not paying attention to what their actors are doing. If the director's not paying attention and the actors are going too far, and bearing in mind this is based off of The Monk. The Monk is real fucking rapey. That's the best way I can describe it. And Sophia is playing Antonia. That's one of the characters who gets raped a lot. So if the actors are going too far and the director's not paying attention, she is in very real danger there. She is in extreme danger. Interesting. Anyway, sorry, back to this.
Live for me. I renounce my previous edicts. Let us live together as brothers. Forget the distinctions of sex. Live for me.
Cannot be. I spoke before of the purity of my love for you, but the coming oblivion has pulled the veil from my eyes. On my deathbed, I must admit, my love for you is more than spiritual. A woman lives in my breast. She hungers to enjoy you. If I live, it would be to risk your reputation, your holiness. For I fear I am no longer able to fight my passions. I seize every opportunity to excite your desires, and my own no. Ambrosio, I cannot. I must not live.
Matilda, you cannot mean what you say.
Oh, do not leave me. Hear my truthful confession so I may be free of sin as I perish. Can you stop that? It's impossible.
There we go. That's the passion I want to see. Keep going.
I want you to live.
Live, and plunge us both into infamy, an agent of hell. Here, feel my heart. It is yet a heart filled with honor, chastity. If it still beats tomorrow, it will be poisoned by the blackest of crimes. Let me then die today. Let me die a virgin. I shall sleep in your arms and close my eyes. Kiss my dying breath. Give me your blessing.
She said to kiss her. Mr. Jones has kissed a lot of women, so you are in safe hands, my dear.
That, I just want to point out there, he waited for permission. One, Arthur, again, being inappropriate, throwing shit at the actors. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't throw shit at your performers. That's rude. Just say, like, more passionate, please. More passionate. Like, But, again, Robert. Decent guy Robert at this stage, before he damn near suffocated a lady. He waited. You know, Arthur's there saying, oh, kiss her. And Robert waits for her to go, yeah. Like, he waited for that nod before he went in. Respectful dude.
Now, in my copy of the script, it says they kiss passionately. If you are not up to the job, there are several men outside who would gladly take your feet and passionately kiss Miss Marcel.
Again. He waited for her to nod, like, are you okay with that? Are you okay? And the offence there, if you're not man enough to do this, there are plenty of men who'd be willing to take your place. He genuinely got offended there. He was like, this bitch has director. But again, he waits. He doesn't just go, okay, if that's what you want, and he grabs her face and, like, pulls her in. No, he waits. He waits and he's like, okay, this guy's offending me, but still, I want to get this lady's consent before I get all up in there.
something there, but it may require some heavy drilling to bring it to the surface. Cut!
And again, he looks to her. He looks to her like, are you okay with that? It may require some heavy drilling. And he looks to her like, is this okay with you? Is this okay with you? What happened to make you go a bit too far when suffocating a lady? What happened, Robert? What happened? And more of you, please.
Three apples, take 3.
Action!
How does she look? Beautiful, perfect. All of the blessings of the feminine with none of the faults. Her purity is power. Her radiance, her faultless complexion shows her as a weapon of God. Who's there?
Only Rosario.
Enter, my son.
I brought some flowers from the garden that I thought you would like.
Your attentions charm me.
You were impressive in church today, Father.
I cannot take credit for the Lord when he speaks through me, but you enjoyed my discourse.
Oh, yes. I've never heard such eloquence. Well, save once.
Oh? When and who was this?
Yourself, Father. When you preached after the passing of our late superior.
Yes, I remember. You were present. You're not yet a novice, then.
I was there. Though perhaps I wish that God had not led me there that day. I would have avoided some suffering.
Suffering? At your age, Rosario?
Yes. My heart yearns to tell, but I fear to lose you.
What could be so terrible to sever my love for you?
There's the bell for Vespers. We must go.
Seek me out after confession. I cannot leave your mind so vexed.
Cut!
So, okay, so this is very early on in the film. Part of the plot of The Monk is that so Matilda, she sneaks into the convent. Or, it wouldn't be a convent. Abbey? I think that would be the correct term. She sneaks into the abbey by pretending to be a boy, Rosario. So that's why Marissa is playing a young man named Rosario in this scene and playing a young woman named Matilda in others. It's the same character, but there is a disguise going on. It's an interesting book. It's an interesting story. Like I said, I've never read it myself just because it is so rapey. So rapey. And I can't. I don't have the energy for that. But the story it tells is quite interesting. Now then, let's see. Again, more of you. We're going to stick with you today, I think. Okay, hello. Oh, it's this scene. It's the going down scene. Okay. Oh, no.
Apple, take 2.
I have a thought. Is the creepy person gonna show up again? Do they only show up in sex scenes or oh, that's a thought. I was gonna say, could I have missed vibrations? But no, because like I said, I've only played 2 other games with a controller. This is my 3rd time using a controller. The vibrations, that's a real novel concept to me. I find that so cute and lovely and charming. I notice immediately. When the controller is vibrating. If there had been vibrations in other scenes, I would have noticed them. I absolutely would have noticed them, 100%.
Okay, say it again. And action. God the Father, yourself. So the Holy Spirit among us for forgiveness of sins. The mystery of the Church, may God give you pardon and peace, and absolve you from your sins in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. Should we go again? I would like to get a close-up on Marissa. Her eyes. Her eyes. Her eyes. It's too much. You'll get us arrested.
Are we cutting?
Yes.
Oh. Again, we've seen that there seems to be some discourse behind the scenes. Someone is trying to make this not necessarily more sexual, but they're trying to move the focus. So in this scene, the focus is entirely on Ambrosio. It's entirely on him, and like, oh, he's going through all of this. Whereas this other person is like, okay, so he's had that, and now we're gonna bring it down to Matilda to get a shot of her eyes, her devilishness, her, deviousness, her cunning, this, that, and the other. And Arthur isn't happy about it. Arthur is like, no, we can't be doing that. It's too much. It's too much. And look at that smile on her face. Look at that smile. Just, yeah, I did that. Like, and he's just sat there like, are we cutting, please? I've got this expression on my face. Please cut. Interesting. Trouble on set, it seems. A lot of trouble on set.
$21 apple, take 3.
Flower is Rosario. And action.
Thus was Lazarus dead. Jesus said, let not sleeping lie, that which should walk. Jesus kissed Lazarus' cheek. For in resurrection our Lord shows us his love. Shows us the life everlasting that shall be the reward for the devout.
Okay. Okay, nothing much to say there. I do believe... where would that be? Where would that be in the story? I think that might be Ambrosio's descent into sin. To be fair, Ambrosio was full of sin already because he believed himself to be perfect. He believed himself to be as close to God on earth as there possibly could be. And that in and itself is sin. If you think that you are so perfect that you are incapable of sin because God has graced you. No, that's bollocks. That's bollocks. I'm an atheist myself. I was raised Roman Catholic, and I firmly believe that if anyone ever, is ever saying like, oh, I'm so perfect, God has blessed me with perfection, the whole thing of like, Jesus died for our sins. Like, I may be an atheist. I remember that. Jesus died for our sins. God made us imperfect so that we could strive for perfection. We sin so that we fall down and we pick ourselves back up. We will not be tempted by the devil. You can trip us. You can throw stones at us. You can, put snakes in our path. We may trip and fall, but we will always get back up to strive for that godly perfection. If you're saying, oh yeah, I'm already perfect and I'm walking the path, la-di-da-di-da, like that is extremely unchristian in my opinion. I'm like, that's a load of bullshit. That's a load of bollocks. The fact that you think yourself so highly, you think yourself almost on the same level as God, that shows just how much hubris and pride you have. What made Ambrosio such an easy target was that he was so already consumed by sin, he just didn't realize it. It wasn't until he was offered far more physical sins. His sins were all mental, I would say. His pride, his hubris. the fact that he viewed himself as an equal to God. His sins were all mental sins in nature. It was only when he was shown physical temptations and the like that it all kind of came to a head, shall we say. I hope I'm making sense here. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I hope I am. You know what, instead of going with an actor, let's stick with the flower. This was quite a major aspect of this scene. Oh, no. No. I'm not having it. We're sticking with one film at a time. Also, again, let me make sure. Yep, we'll favourite that. And that. And that. There we go. And you. Who do we want to go with next? You know what? There was actually there was a character here.
St. Clair's to begin.
Yeah, can we? Okay, let's. Okay. Can we? Are you in anything? Oh, excuse me. There we go. Oh, excuse me. Minsky? No, I'm not. Okay, so he was in both movies.
We will compel her to.
Again, anything else from this one? There we go.
20 Bravo, take 5.
Try moving on should not be contested. Action.
He seems resigned to his fate. He does not cling to life as I'd expect of one so young.
I fear he is so devout, he believes it is God's wish, so should not be contested. I came to ask if you would have someone sit with him, as I must rest for my own sake.
Of course. You yourself have still to fully recover. What a succession of calamities. I will sit with him myself.
Thank you. Perhaps your wisdom can convince the child that life on this earth still has some promise.
I will try.
Done. Print it.
So I'm not sure if this is the head monk. What would that be called? The high priest. I'm not entirely sure if this is like the head honcho of the abbey. I find it interesting because in the other scene he was advocating for an autopsy on Antonia's body. This seems to be both a man of religion and a man of science. I'm very curious as to what his place in the abbey is. Abbot? Is this guy the abbot? I'm pretty sure that's the head monk. Either way, let's, again, any more scenes?
It is hard to fathom.
No, we've seen this one. Maybe this guy really didn't have. Excuse me, there we go. Okay, no, this one is new.
Slate is good.
11 Charlie, take 3.
And action.
How was the night, my child?
He was troubled, but by midnight he had fallen asleep. I have prayed so much my brain aches.
I will have you replaced that you may rest. You will make yourself ill, which would compound our sadness. Your sleep has calmed. Oh, Blessed Virgin, the infection has vanished.
Vanished?
Has my lancet. It is clear. The venom has gone. Father Ambrosio. St. Francis be blessed.
What day is it? I feel I slept over long.
It was a miracle.
A miracle. I feel weak, otherwise healthy.
You should rest. have recovered from the poison, but I suggest 2 more days to restore your strength. Rosario, you should sleep. I will have Sebastian take your place.
No need, Father. This miracle has restored my energies. I will remain by Ambrosio's side until he walks again.
I cannot argue with the effectiveness of your prayer. If you need help, call.
More devilish. Now try one concerned by her imminent death.
But she knows it's
She's
not real.
pretending. Perhaps in case Ambrosio sees part of her act. Chin up. Cut. I like the devilish one, but it might be too early.
Yeah, you did see the boom mic. You saw the boom mic a lot. Ooh. Interesting that she tries to give her own opinion of the character. I think it's clear that Marissa is interested in the artistry of all of this. She is interested in being a character and playing it to the best of her ability. And I think she maybe has some strong ideas on who Matilda is. And I like the fact that she spoke up. I like the fact that, you know, she was like, oh, but she knows this. Why would she pretend to do so? I like that. I like that she seems to be gaining confidence in herself. Now then. I am just about out of time for this episode, whilst I check which ones I have not favorited. Yeah, I haven't seen that one. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I am just about out of time for this episode. Who the hell was that woman? Who the hell was that creepy lady? She only turned up the once. I highly doubt she's just in this the once. I think she probably will come up a few more times, but still, that was weird. That was cool, but that was weird. I am intrigued. I am intrigued to see who she is. What does she represent? So many questions. So many fantastic questions, but they will have to be answered another time. So until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.